I think it's worth mentioning from the start that when I cook, I do not use a recipe. Butter is measured with the heart and sugar with the soul. So let's make a roast. Starting out with the age-old roast dinner essential, some vanilla ice cream. I do actually have a recipe for this and I'll pop it in the caption. Slightly controversially, I pre-roast my roasties. I got this trick off Mary Berry, who we can all agree is an absolute queen, and it worked an absolute treat. You parboil your potatoes, shake them in a metal colander to rough them up, sprinkle with semolina, toss them so they're coated, and then get them into a preheated dish with some nice hot fat. I personally think that leftover roasties, the ones where you cook them again, are incredible, so this is basically what we're doing. Moving on to the apple crumble tart. This is what we're having with the vanilla ice cream, by the way. I wasn't just going to put a dollop on my lunch. Line a fluted pie dish with some short crust pastry. Any pastry, any pie dish. Doesn't need to be pretty, just functional. And then you want to peel, core and dice about 600 grams worth of apples. To that mix, add the juice of 1 lemon, 2 teaspoons of corn flour, rind of half a lemon. I know this because I weighed it, 90 grams of sugar. And just to be chaotic, we're now going to toss the potatoes. No one likes a soggy roasty. Back to the tart. Time to make the crumble mix. 100 grams of butter, 140 grams of plain flour. I don't know, about 40 grams of oats, about 80 grams of sugar, and then rub through your fingers and thumbs until, well, it looks like crumble mix. Top your tart, put it in the fridge. The ice cream mix will also have cooled now, get that in the fridge too. It's now 10:30 a.m. and the beef is a-calling. You will know if I like you if you come to my house for a roast, because if I really like you, I will roast you a rib of beef. I like a really good salty crust on my beef. There's a joke in that, I'm not going to make it. So pack your beef really, really dry. Cover every inch of it with salt and pepper. Time to get those potatoes out. Whack that oven up to 220. Going to make this beefy beef a nice comfy bed. And in there I've got a potato, a couple of soft carrots, and a red onion. Because I forgot to buy any white ones, there's no reason really. And now with pudding made, beef on and potatoes done, it's time for clear up number 1 and table laying. There will be 8 of us dining today, 4 adults, 4 kids, and they are probably some of our oldest friends. The beef has now been in for 20 minutes, so it's time to turn it down to 170. This beef weighs 4 kilos, and I want medium rare, so I'm doing another 15 minutes for every 500 grams. Roast is not roast without stuffing. Pork, sausage meat, breadcrumbs from the freezer, dried sage, dried thyme, mixy with your hand, interrupted by a toddler tantrum, put it in a dish and then in the fridge. Moving on to more side dishes, because frankly side dishes make a roast. I said what I said. Carrots, cut them how you like, put them in water. Boil your water. Cauliflower cheese. I like to check my dish is big enough for my cauliflower cheese by putting on my cauliflower in the dish before I cook it. Boil that too and drain your carrots. We are a honey roast carrots kind of gaff. I also add fresh thyme because I'm a ponce. And let's be fair, it tastes excellent. We're on the home straight. Let's drain that cauliflower. What is this, gladiators? It is resembling some kind of marathon cook-along. Melt some butter in a pan. Now grate some cheese. I'm going to set my stall out here. I cannot abide mild cheese in a cauliflower cheese. I want cheese so strong it's clearing out my nostrils. To your melted butter, add flour. Cook that out for a few minutes. Gradually whisk in your milk. Good teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Season, then add 2/3 of your cheese. Pour over your steamed cauliflower and top with the other third of cheese. If your husband and kids haven't eaten it yet. Beef roast is not beef roast without Yorkshire puddings. Any roast is not a roast without Yorkshire puddings. It's now been 2 hours, so it's time to fish that beef out, and it needs to rest for half an hour. But back into that oven, roast your potatoes, your cauliflower cheese, your carrots and your stuffing, all at 200 for 30 minutes. The same 30 minutes that your beef has to rest for. Scrape that veg at the bottom of your roasting dish, add to a pan and pour over some stock, and then cook that out for the next 30 minutes too. And that, ladies and gents, is how I make my roast. Hope you've all had a great Sunday. See you tomorrow.